Hey everyone, how is it going? Today we're going to be talking about sound deadening. So, sound deadening. Obviously, it's good to sound deaden because things like just general noise, the noise of the road, rain on your roof, and things like that. So, always good to have less noise in your van. This is a company called Dodo. Dodo do a massive range of stuff. They've got everything from like roller tools to sound deadening mats, sound deadening floors, insulation. So check them out, they're really cool. And they're really helpful. I was emailing one of the guys there and he was super quick to respond, really helpful. So, basically, I went for this because of the reviews. The reviews were really good and yeah, just went for it. So, inside, we have these. These are the Dodo mats. Soundproofing, they're quite heavy. And yeah, there's loads of YouTube videos on these, as you've probably already seen, but this is just me doing a YouTube video on it, because why not? So, they're all hexagonals. They're like thin metal, almost like tin foil, almost. But anyway, inside each of the hexagonals is this like black stuff. I don't know what it is, but it's like really dense. So any sound that is going to come through is just going to get absorbed straight into these. So Dodo recommend that you put minimum 50% coverage of one of these onto a panel. So obviously up here, sorry buddy, this is our 100% panel. And then we're going to want to cover 50% of that panel at least in a Dodo mat. So we're going to do it before and after. We're going to see tapping the panel how it sounds now to how it sounds when these are on. Obviously the more of these you buy, the more of them you put on, the more sound deadening you'll have. So people put them on the floors, on the sides, on the roof. It's up to you. Depends how quiet you want your van. We didn't do the floor because we've got insulation in there, so we thought that's going to deaden quite a lot of noise anyway. But we are going to do the walls, and I'll do a bit of the roof as well. I certainly am going to wipe it, and then just if there is any nasty crap on there, or grease or any of that gunge, then at least it's going to stick to the metal, not any of that crap. So there we go. Straight on. There we go. So on Dodo's website, you can buy a little roller. However, this is one that I think is for massaging. But it's a roller at the end of the day, so first panel done. So I chose the section I was going to do first, wiped it all down, and then started sticking. Using the roller's okay, but I think the best solution is just to get a bit of sleeve and go over like that. Because you can really, I don't know, it just feels like you can really get it stuck down.
I didn't cover the middle section here as we're going to be putting windows in, so that's just something to bear in mind when you are putting Dodo mats on, where you're putting windows so you don't stick the Dodo mats to it, so obviously when you cut the window out you haven't wasted mats.
Onto wheel arches.
So the first thing I did was give them a really good clean, just like the previous panels. Then I started with using whole sheets before cutting or getting into weird shapes. I think I used about 3 whole sheets, then moved on to making odd shapes. I just got a pencil and simply scored a bit of a crease into the Dodo mat, and that gave me roughly the right shape. And there was a bit of overlap, but that's absolutely fine. Then I did exactly the same on the other side. I put quite a few mats on the sliding door as it's a moving part and it will make opening and closing the door that little bit quieter. The manufacturers have also added their own sound deadening devices within the sliding door. They've also added one in the roof of the cab of the van. I guess it's just a big surface area, so they needed to reduce the noise. I added Dodo mats to this section as well for even more sound deadening, as where this panel is situated, it's at the front, so you'll be getting things like the wind and the rain hitting against the panel. So just that extra bit of soundproofing helps. We also made sure the back doors were covered as well, but not the 2 big sections in the middle, as we are going to be putting windows in there eventually. I had to cut down the Dodo mats to fit within the grooves of the roof. This did take quite a while. After they were all cut, it was just a simple job of sticking them all to the roof. They weren't quite the right length, so I'll have to go over eventually with some smaller bits and fill in the gaps. Once the Dodo mats were cut, they became really sharp, and I cut myself quite a few times. So, to combat this, I got the back of the Dodo mat and used that to push up into the groove, as the roller wouldn't fit. Just like so. And this saves a lot of pain and a lot of paper cuts. As you can see, I didn't listen to my own advice and got loads more paper cuts. However, the end result was really good.
So obviously here we have our panel, nothing on it, no sound deadening. Here we go. So in here right now, obviously it's just metal carcass, so sound is reverberating all over the shop. It's just really noisy. And that's not even me tapping it that hard. So here we have our Dodo mats fully installed, so we'll give it a tap and see how it sounds now to when we had nothing in here. So Dodo mats aren't designed to eradicate sound, but they are designed to absorb the sound, so any reverb that we did have in here is now really good. It's gone actually. So there is still a tiny bit, but from what it was obviously just sheet metal carcass to now, you can really hear that it just absorbs that reverb. So in this video we looked at installing our Dodo mats or our sound deadening. It works really well, really well. It does the job we wanted it to do, And yeah, it's cheap, it's easy. You just, you know, take the back off, put it on the wall, and that's it. So it's a good product, does what it says on the tin, or the box. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say. Thanks for checking out our videos. Thanks for liking and subscribing if you have. We also have an Instagram page you can check out here. And yeah, all in all, thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.